Yep, I've been waiting for a game like this for a while. Hello again there, friends and fans, Raptor here, and welcome to our first look at Farm Manager World, more of a tycoon game, and one in a running series that we've taken a look at before on this channel, and I've got to say, I love it when we get a chance to see farming in other city builders and survival games. Heck, the most recent popular Steam game, known of course as Manor Lords, has medieval farms in it, and crop rotation and fertilization and pasteurizing, or rather sending all the animals out to pasture in a good way to of course be able to feed and fertilize. Now there's other games like City Skylines and of course even Transport Fever and other games that allow you to build farms or simulate managing the logistics of transporting goods from a farm, but Farm Manager World allows us to, in a way similar to Farming Simulator, manage a lot more than just the actual planting and harvesting of crops, but the resources and the people and the money and the time that it takes to be able to set them up. Well, welcome aboard. Good to see you all here. Cool thing too is that this game will allow mods in the future and of course multiplayer too, and it's early access as far as I know right now. There's a campaign for the game and we'll be taking a look at that here today, but also a free mode and a scenario mode too that has some pre-set up scenarios, as well as a campaign that allows us to go to Europe, Central America, and Asia, with possibly more to come. So we'll see what it has in store for us. By the way, there's a few games on the right side too that I'm interested in playing from this dev as well. Feudal Baron, King's Land, which is a medieval city builder, love those, and also a game called Dragon Scale Monastery, which allows us to build a monastery up in the mountains. Love that stuff. If you love it too, and if you'd like to see more on farming, make sure you go ahead and hit that like button to let YouTube know you love farming games and would like to see more, and or tycoon and simulators in general, and go ahead and make sure you've subscribed. Alright, without further ado, let's jump into our first look at the campaign. Let's go! And here we are, Chapter 1, A New Beginning. This farm will serve as our tutorial area for our initial learning, I guess. And of course, we have our good friend Tom here who's willing to help us around the farm. We're going to skip a lot of the tutorial. It's basic stuff like WASD and how to rotate, for example. And we're going to go ahead and start with our first crops here in just a moment. I've got to say, though, the graphics immediately remind me of like The Sims 3, a little nicer than that. But it is cool to see like a little manor here, or a little house with a little barn too. And there's also a storage area that I think will pop up on the right side of the house too, where we can store some of our initial goods. Okay, so now that Tom's kind of given us a tour around the screen here, we're going to go ahead and start by placing our first field. Next thing we're going to have to do, of course, is build a road, and that way tractors and workers and other things can make it to that field. We'll start with a little asphalt road, why not? And then, of course, we can always demolish things if we want to with the little demolish tool. Good to know. Thanks, Tom. All right, we're going to click on the weather option here. We're going to plant something that grows here year-round. So let's click on that, and he's going to suggest to us gooseberry. All right, so we'll type that in. Cool thing is of course, we've got tons of crops here. So you can see that you could do orchards and, of course, like grain fields. You can also get hay and things like that, too, and straw. We also have ourselves, yeah, lots of vegetables, lots of fruits, lots, actually. Wow, pineapples, too? Pomegranates? Wow. I'm actually surprised at how much they've got here. Sorghum as well. Tangerines. Yeah, so very cool. Watermelon too. Nice. All right, let's go with gooseberry. All right. Now you can imagine all the equipment, of course, that we'd need to plant and harvest all those things. So hopefully we got a lot of that as well. All right, looks like he wants us to do some rotation. And it looks like we also have ourselves some seasonal employees' houses. That's the rotation he wants. Not crop rotation, that rotation. I've got to say, though, I always found it weird in this game that we're building buildings onto, like, main roads where cars would be passing through. I feel like this farm should be built off this road, like somewhere, you know, into its own facility or whatnot. But it does remind me of games like, for example, Prison Architect and a few others where, of course, you're starting in an area where things are delivered via vehicle. Here comes a little truck now. Wonder if that's actually going to be for us or if it's just passing through. No, it's actually dropped off a person who may be picking something up. Not exactly sure what's going on. There's the construction, though, of our new building. Now, we've started with $500,000, I'm going to just say euros, but of course it would take a lot more than that to start a farm. And I think we can also purchase more land, too, which is rather flat. But there are some hilly areas too, but we should be able to buy, I think, and expand our farm a little bit. All right, goal complete. Now moving on to placing some more pathways and other things like that. Electric transformer. Oh, yeah. Oh, we're going to start power distribution. Okay. That's the main goal. And then, of course, build that to where it connects to the house. Do we need to connect that? Actually, we want to connect it here, don't we? Oh, that kind of cuts into the road. Oh, but they thought of that. Good. Okay, so now the house is powered. Excellent. Let's see. 1st of April to 30th of October. We'll have workers. Very nice. So he wants us to start hiring a few workers. So we're going to make our maximum, I think he said 5 here. And what do we want to do for wages there, Tom? Oh, I see he wants us to lower the working time. And I guess maybe increase the salary so we can get some workers going. I guess he wants it to be precise. So let's choose April 1st to the 30th of October. Oh, there we go. All right, nice. To send workers to the gooseberry field, click on the field and go into work mode. All right, let's do just that. See if we can scoot this out of the way. By the way, you can see all the options here, too, for the gooseberries. There's a lot of things to keep track of, and this is a screen I really like. So we have ourselves, of course, the statistics of the field, so it's humidity, condition. We also have everything from, like, plowing to even pH, fertilization, nitrogen, too, the ability to spray and look for weeds and whatever else. We also have bonuses for taking care of the fields and or whatever bonuses might come from doing, like, rotation. But we're going to go ahead and make sure workers work there too. Okay, well done. Plowing the field is bound to take a while. To shorten your wait, use the button on the bottom right. Yeah, so we can speed up time up to ×3. All right, so we'll speed that up a little bit. Actually, I want to see the workers work. Let's see if we can actually see them doing the work there. Love it, man. Again, the art style and the graphics really look like maybe perhaps like a Sims 3 game on a larger scale. But this is good because I think this will give a lot of players access to this game who don't necessarily want or need to have a massive machine. And of course, a lot of people might be able to get into this type of style if they've done a lot of farming or business management or whatnot. This is a good removal of the barrier to have a huge machine or really just have a console in order to play. Now, there's also music for this game too, and I've turned it off because honestly, it drives me insane. But in these types of games, at any time, you can always, of course, put on your own soundtrack for any other game. Sometimes I listen to SimCity 4 or SimCity 3000 or pretty much anything from SimCity when it comes to listening to music for city builders, unless it happens to be something like Stronghold. If you remember that game from 2003, even that game had farming in it. Do you remember growing apple orchards and putting down cow farms or pastures for cheese? And then, of course, we could also make wheat fields, and then of course that could then be turned into grain, which would then be turned into flour, and then of course bread, and that was a really great food option in that game. Very good. All right, takes a long time by hand, so this gives you a new appreciation for the tractors and other things that we can then buy and or possibly rent. Looks like they're almost done. A little bit more to go, and they should be done right about now. That looks done to me. Oh, apparently they have a few more spots that are rough. There they go. Good job. All right, create a second field for yourself, this time a larger one. Okay. Oh, also, let's see our categories. Ah, dang. They don't show everything yet. They do, of course, in sandbox mode, which you can play from right at the start. But they do have animals, social, so things like the worker's house, production. So I would imagine things like maybe perhaps a way to pasteurize milk and or make cheese or butter. Logistics, so probably storage, garages, storage for building storage buildings for vehicles, and then decorations, which is nice, and then others too, which we have a plan mode, so maybe a little bit of a blueprint mode for the game, which is cool. Okay, let's go ahead and get back into the farm fields. So he wants us to make a larger field, create a second field for yourself, this time a larger one. All right, that should do. How about that? Okay, I'm listening. He's giving a lot of basic information, but also somewhat advanced, where it's like actually a location of it. Looks like we're talking about irrigation systems. Field being infested with pests. Telling us to use fertilizer too. Crop rotation. Field condition, he's telling us all about these menus here. Oh, actually, I was showing it without it being on screen. But I did go over these things just a little bit ago. Penalties, for example, bonuses. Things like temperature limit, humidity, disease. Actually, kind of cool. I've been seeing more and more games actually bring in crop disease, too. For example, Farthest Frontier, another game I mentioned earlier, has that. And also another game called Ostriv, O-S-T-R-I-V, which is an amazing city builder taking place in the 1700s that does allow you to use things like ox and horses, I think, primarily. But still, pretty astounding to see. Okay. Crops are growing. Oh, did I do any... Actually, let's do some more gooseberries there, Tom. We'll just do one big harvest. He's been given some good tips, but honestly, I find tutorials like these, and I don't know about you, but these are very important and helpful, but also mind-numbingly boring when they try to give you a lot of information. And, of course, that's all this game is about, which is a double-edged sword for me, because I, of course, love games like this, but I want to learn by trial and error by clicking things and then seeing them happen on screen. This is probably what I really like about games like Transport Fever and, what is it, Giants of Industry or Industry Giants. There's a lot of those games coming out, and I really like being able to just kind of watch things happen and how they all play out. All right, looks like more workers are coming over. Kind of weird to me how they walk on the side of the road like that. I feel like they should at least have some sort of a dirt path. All right, so now we've got more workers arriving. I think they're actually living in those houses there. Looks like they're storing things too. And he's also mentioning the range of an electric transmitter. Build a warehouse for the workers to store the harvest, he's saying. All right, well, they haven't even really begun that, but oh, there's our warehouse there. Let's go ahead and plop that next to the house. Love the German style of these buildings, too. It really reminds me of some of the buildings from Farming Simulator in Germany, where they have just a kind of a pretty style to them, and you can kind of tell where you're at by looking at them. They really seem both modern and classic at the same time. And whenever you can match that in a game and or in an art style or a design architecturally, I think that's really pretty, and I like it a lot. Okay, wow, look at that. They're getting all the welding done. That's pretty cool. Oh, and you can hear it too. Pretty. Going to take a while, though, for the farm field to be done. And I think this is also supplied by a local... I don't know, there's a power line there, but I hope we don't have to build a transformer to each and every single one of those little buildings. We'll see. There's our stuff there. Okay, transformer. Oh, you can see the range. All right. That's something I didn't notice the first time. The house must already come automatically with power. Looks like we're also having a problem there. The farm owner's house does not have products for sale yet. So no wonder the building will only work with a permanent employee to it. Okay. So make sure it's connected to the road. Okay. Build a house for a permanent employee. All right. You think the house itself would be a house for permanent employees. And we'll build it next to here. And we'll have the road run around the back. Okay, that looks nice. And then let's add the power lines. And I'll try to build it somewhere like this. Okay, we'll connect it with the power lines. And so far, so good. Now that house should be having access to the road very shortly, if it doesn't already. And who are these people coming in and out? People are getting out of this pickup truck. This is something I remember from the previous games, too. Not much has changed, which is good because it keeps it in the same genre, the same game that we've played before. Similar to The Sims and Sims 4 not changing much, or maybe, for example, City Skylines. Nah, a lot changed with that one. But what I mean is that it seems to be very clear to be able to find where things are now that I've played a little bit more. I do remember, I'm pretty sure, all the options being at the bottom for this one, and I do kind of remember all the options being at the top for different types of, ooh, we have livestock too. Yeah, for all those things. No, is that a deer? Mm-hmm, venison. Oh, duck meat too. Liquid manure, nice. Very nice. Okay. What's up, Tom? What do you need? Farm owner's house does not have products for sale yet. Yep, we're building that permanent residence. Building under construction. Apparently no road, though. Still. I mean, do you need a physical road going behind the house? Oh, it needed a connection to the side. How strange. Well, we'll see in a second. The home is built in the same direction that this house is, but it looks like it needs a side connection. You know, a lot of Dutch buildings look like this too. I gotta say, maybe a little less wood, but certainly a lot of the pretty clay tiles, and then of course all the flowers, all the pretty flowers. Wonder if that'll be a thing we can grow in this game too, but cool that we can do livestock too. I would like to see more games doing things like this one though, especially with Farming Sim, to do things like cranberries and or rice paddies, maybe orchards too, things like almond trees. There's a little bit of work into grapes now and olives in that game, so I hope they continue to expand upon that. Okay, we're going to hire some workers then. We'll hire the first person, Summer Shaha. I see. We're assigning her to the summer housing, or the permanent housing. And now we're going to get things ready for the harvest and then sell them off before winter. We're basically storing and then shipping and selling. The field is done. You'll be able to pay the workers, so make sure they always have something to do. Build a greenhouse and click on it. Oh, are we going to grow tomatoes again? I can remember doing that a ton before. Let's see what else. Ooh, that. Oh, look at that. A little truck, a delivery truck coming in. That's cool. There's our objective there in the left corner. There's our greenery. Our greenhouse. Wonderful. Put it next to the road. And that should fall within range of that transformer, too. A robot in disguise. And there they go. Well, I didn't know you had to lift a roof of a greenhouse would need so much concrete and bricks and whatnot lifted up to the 3rd story. I had no idea. Also, it's pretty close. They're fairly close to those power lines. That's dangerous, boys. So many games, though, even now in 2024, have the whole scaffolding thing where a little scaffolding will come up out of the ground, obscure what's going on there, a building will pop in, and then the scaffolding kind of slowly gets taken down. I guess it kind of works in this game because this is a farming management game and not a building game. But, you know, this reminds me of like in RTS games when you're building a base and you put down your barracks or like a defensive structure, an airport or something, and it'll just kind of show a giant, almost infinite scaffolding coming out of the ground with cranes and other things around. Another game that did that, of course, was Command & Conquer Generals. That was a good one. You remember that one? All right, perfect. Now they want us to put in guava and set the temperature to 25 Celsius, so a little above room temperature. Little much for me. I like somewhere around a 22 or a 19 Celsius, but I guess up to 25 is okay. All right, let's type that in. Let's see. I thought I could find it, but there it is. Okay, and then how do we set the settings for this? Oh, there we go. Perfect. All right, let's check our finances. Why not? Monthly. Let's see. It's a good idea to increase the income of your farm. Animal farming will help you do this because it brings in large, steady profits. Would you like to start learning hens or carp? Fish farming? All right, let's do fish farming. That sounds a little bit more interesting. Let's see. Build a fish farm. All right, I'm down with you. Oh, look at, we're starting to get options unlocked now. Yeah. Oh, look at that. Oh, cool. It's got a little boat. I don't remember this from the previous games. This is cool. Let's put this down here, though. We'll put it over this way. A lot of this game, too, I think has to do with maybe possibly setting up proper organization, too. A little bit like Anno 1800 with that. And we'll build a little road there. Oh, that's cool. Love the blend of the asphalt and dirt road like that. Very nice. And we're also supposed to build a small silo. But that one's instantaneous. Alright. Try to keep these buildings close to each other and close to the warehouse and barn to speed up transportation of products. Interesting. Speed that up a little bit more so we can get this... of course, yeah, we're building a 3-4-story level scaffolding to build a hole in the ground and fill it with water. I always find that funny. Now, if these buildings look a little bit more German, I wonder if, hopefully, when we get to the other locations like Asia and I think it was South America, that they look more like those buildings as well that you would find in those areas. That would just bring it all together for me. Okay, let's go ahead and plop down another power line. I wonder if I could have it along the road. I want to see if we can build a roadside power line. That's cool. Kind of lets us do it there. Okay. So it's plausible. You could do that. All right. Hire an employee to take care of the animals. Okay. Oh, we can also get up to 50 animals too. Okay. Hire an employee to work with the animals, of course. I guess we'll just hire the first guy, no matter what. It's fine. And there they go. Feeding all the fish and stuff, I suppose. Hired 0 employees with animal skill. Oh, I have to... Oh, I'm sorry. Here. Let's get you out of the way, sir. Animal skill, this guy. There we go. My bad. Sorry, we could have... That could be an assistant. It's totally fine. All right, buy 25 fish. And we want... Young carp. That's my rapper name. It's your boy. And now we need to buy or breed 25 adult carp. Let's see. This can only hold 50. Good. Choose diverse feed for the carp. We have wheat, corn, soy, etc. Okay. Corn, wheat. Oh, all done. Corn and soy. Those are peas. Well, why not? That'll be a better food for them. Now we want to make sure this thing can get to the barn for storage, so that's right up the road there. That should be fine. You want us to choose lupine. Not sure what that is. There it is. And soy. Okay, now schedule the fodder supply. Okay. We can do that. Let's see. So do that from the bar at the bottom. And then we want to select the auto trade. We're not buying a car, though. Tom, I don't see what you're talking about here. 50 kg of corn. Click the add trade button. Ah, there we are. Yeah. Cornbread. Okay. Always have a supply of 50, all right. There we go. We'll sell above because we don't need any of that at the moment. Hopefully that's fine. Oh, he wants us to do more in that department, huh? Ah, we can also see the stats and whatnot for corn too. Very good. All right, back to auto trade. I'll set that to 0. Let's see. Sell above with a value of 0 to sell any carp meat you produce. They want us to do that with wheat and soy. Sell above to 0. Okay. All right. Oh, we need to purchase up to 50. It doesn't make sense, though, that they want us to do that. Okay. And then we need to do the same with carp, right? Frozen carp. We want fresh. All right, create auto trades to order up to 50 kg of lupine, wheat, and soy. I think we've done that. Also schedule auto trade of carp meat. All right. I probably missed something. Oh, here's our schedule over there. Ah, we just didn't do it with the wheat and the other thing. Too bad it blurs it out, though. And the last thing. I think that should be right. Auto sell 1 fish. Okay. So now we just got to wait until we produce fish. All right, yeah. Oftentimes, sometimes the training wheels are on so tight that I kind of just like lose track of what's going on and try to like figure it out myself, since sometimes the verbiage can be a little tricky, but this one, all solid. Looks like the animals are hungry, so food should be delivered shortly and distributed via the boat. And market trades for the... wonder if it'll show us. Oh, good. Oh, it shows us all that we have planned here. Nice. There. Just making corrections. That should provide them a lot of variety of food. That's what I needed to do. Okay, so everything's check marked, and now we just need to auto sell 1 carp. Then we just got to wait for food to, again, auto come in to auto deliver to the barn or whatnot, and then it'll be transported to the actual little pond itself. No, fish, no dying. It's a tutorial. You're not allowed to die. Gotham is not ashes. Okay. Oh, cool. Oh, nice veterinarian truck. That's cool. And he walks out into the field. Okay. Auto sell order for carp above 0. Oh, I thought we had to at least sell 1 carp. There we go. Okay, so now we got to set the warehouse. So we need wheat, lupine, corn. Let's add those. Where's corn? Corn. Lupine. Lupine. Soy. And then finally, wheat. We just need wheat. All right, now we just got to sell 100 kg of carp meat. That should be automatic now. Food should be taken care of. So I guess chickens are probably the same. Rather than a pond, we would get a coop, and then the, of course, the food would be relatively the same. Some of those things. Oh, look at these guys. Uh-oh. We got the government officials here. We must add aliens land at the farm. Yeah, you can see they're out looking for radiation, or it's just guys doing for pesticide and fertilizer and stuff. All right, sell 100 kg of carp to start your career as a professional farmer. Okay. Looks like the animals are growing. Food quality is pretty good. They should be pretty happy, I hope. Let's speed it up to max and see how long it takes. Also a problem here. No resource order for peas. Problem solved. Oh, we're only 2% done with this goal. Wow. Okay. Well, it's going to take a while for those guys to grow and then be able to be sold at the market. We'll wait on it. Stand by. Well, that took just a bit, but we're ready for more. Add carp meat to tracked resources. Okay. Oh, Yeah. Ooh, there's a lot of stuff here. Borscht? Oh, I think I had that when I was in the Czech Republic, or something rather similar. Very nice. All right, so let's add carp. Meat. Click on the resources at the top of the screen to track how much you have. I did do that, yes. I guess we just have to do it that way. Oh, smoked carp. Oh, can we make a smoker? Okay. All right, now we have to build a barn and a manure storage. Oh, boy. Now we're going to get some livestock. There's our manure storage. Let's do that over here. Oh, yeah, of course, by the workers' court area. No, I don't want to do that. What's this large circle? Oh, that's the service area. Okay, let's build a road. We'll build it off this way. And let's build a barn. So yeah, I'm hoping that in South America and in Asia, the barns and the buildings all look different. Some of the things are probably pretty similar, like the greenhouse, for example, and of course the farm fields too, but I would hope that the workers' quarters and other storage areas would, if they're a big enclosure, would look a little different. Okay, so we're going to build the barn and the manure storage too. I think we've got a lot of stuff, you know, ahead of us in terms of like filling up just the initial area, and then we got a lot more to fill in past that. So I guess we're going to be, we have the option to get chickens. We have the option to get cows. I love how the giant tower crane comes out for the barn. Ah, yes. Even the Amish, well known for assembling a crane when they build a barn. Oh, boy. I like it, though. I do. I think it's cool. All right, let's see our barn get complete. Oh, there's already manure in there? Well, it's taking a while to build a barn. We're building a commercial building barn. Come on. There we go, finally. Oh, a cow shed and more. Okay, let's supply it with power. Oop. Oh, it gives us a free little connection. That's nice. All right, that problem solved. Build a cow shed and buy dairy cows. Hire an employee to take care of them. Ah, yes. So now we're doing the same thing over and over again, which is nature of the business, really. We're going to do what we did with carp, but with cows, and we'll probably do the same with chicken, and we could do the same with sheep and goats, whatever else comes our way. Let's go ahead and build that. Oh, there's the coop. There's the cow shed. Plop that down. And then we'll need to buy 4 cows and then have them have a quality satisfaction of 50% with food. That's what you get with mixed rations and whatnot from Farming Sim, for example, making the perfect food to have the milk that they produce taste the best and then be used for, or be tweaked for things like cheese, milk, maybe even ice cream. Ooh. Of course, you know you got to get chocolate ice cream by putting a cow in the refrigerator. And or a brown cow, too, if you want chocolate ice cream. This is kind of how it works. Oh, yeah. Yeah, not bad. You get what you pay for here, I think, with Farm Manager World. And certainly a lot slower paced game and takes a while to do things. And very good on the management side, I'd say. It's one we've streamed before on the channel and definitely one I'd come back to do more. This initial area, by the way, for the initial European map is really all just a long drawn-out tutorial with Central America and Asia kind of being where it's supposed to branch out a bit and go more into the story of the game. But of course we can play free mode at any time. We have options to do different types of difficulty for things like cash and animal production, make it as hard or as easy as you want, or modify things wherever. Looks like there's also fires and accidents that can happen, and also electricity management. And look at all this taco restaurant. Let's go. Good stuff here. Yeah, it looks like we're going to be making maybe coffee and ingredients for tacos and trying to produce Polish 90s. During the 90s in Poland, the state agricultural farms have been discontinued and land that was part of those have been put on sale. It would be a shame to miss such an occasion. Ah, yes. The fall of communism and the growth of a beautiful farm. All right, guys. Well, that's going to be it for today's video. Thanks again for subscribing to the channel, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye, everybody. Thanks for watching.